It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. Tonight we'll see the Miami Heat playing against the Indiana Pacers at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Taking a look at the Pacers, this is a team they played pretty well against last season, going 3-1. They'll look to keep that edge tonight. Well, the Pacers certainly have the defensive side of the game down pat. Very strong defense for them for several seasons running. The problem, Shaq, the offense, how do they make the most of their possessions?
Well, they don't have the personnel to get out and run, so they need to be very smart, especially when they slow it down. They have to minimize turnovers.
Well, to me, they're better at threes, so they got to give themselves credit for that. But I'd like to see them spread
On the road, looking for a win against an Eastern Conference rival, the Miami Heat are ready to get this thing started. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. And with the road trip approaching, the Pacers will play the final game of their homestand. Sixth game of the season for them, and when you're 4-1 already, you've got a good feeling about each game.
It's go time. Now, these are two teams whose rivalry goes way back, and anytime they renew it, the fans, as well as all that are involved, are going to be in for a treat.
I like that. Go time. That's a good way to put it. I mean, this will be a testy encounter between these two. The build-up to the game has been extremely intense. I think everybody's expecting some kind of volatility to erupt on the floor today.
So here's Miami's starting group. They've got Dwayne Wade. Lights out there with Chris Bosh. Then it's Andrew Wiggins. And it's the magician at the one. There's the bucket. Good.
Really nice way to get the first bucket of the day.
The Miami Heat came up short last season in hopes of getting back to the playoffs. Clark, their road record didn't help them much.
Yeah, 17-24. I don't think you can be that far under 500 on the road and hope to play in the postseason.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
Here's Wade. Roy Hibbert picking up that last basket. And Wade hits it again from deep. Wade's got 7.
And how about for the Heat having the best road record of any team that didn't make the postseason in the East? But as you said, struggling on the road will sink a team battling for a playoff spot.
Here's Rain Man. A 20-point game for him in the win against Boston.
And don't forget about his work on the glass. I mean, he contributed in a number of ways.
You know, one final note, guys, on the Heat and their road losses. They ended up going only 2-8 in their last 10 road games of the year. That was a big part of how they fell out of the 8th playoff seed.
The Heat shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
All right, now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
The first one falls.
You know, for the Pacers last season, with Paul George being out for most of the season, they knew it would be a struggle. They would go into lengthy dry spells that made it hard for them to keep pace in the East, in part because they missed Paul George's all-around brilliance and his offense.
And both free throws good for Wiggins. As for those dry spells you mentioned about the Pacers, GA, they had a number of long losing streaks last season.
Yeah, as a team, they had 4 different losing streaks of 6 or more games, and they got hot at the end. Season-high win streak of 6 to stay playoff relevant. It was just too little, too late compared to their losing streaks earlier in the year.
Now here's Bosh, following the shot by Roy Hibbert.
4 makes on 4 tries. Everything's falling early. 100% can't do better than that.
The Mayor passes to Raymond. Shot to stop the run. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed play.
And so here is Indiana. Dwayne Wade's three-pointer that didn't go. There's the screen. 6 on the shot clock. And the pass to the man. From 17 feet out. And the officials call a traveling violation.
And a look here at the Heat. How they ranked in the NBA last season. 6th in opponent points per game. 11th in field goal percentage. And they were in the top half of the league in steals as well. Pretty impressive.
And back to their ranking in terms of opponents' points per game. Kind of an old school stat, but sometimes pace of play can factor in. But make no mistake, they made things difficult for their opponent.
The shot is off.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball together. They were all over it.
Hibbert with the screen. The Mayor passes to Hibbert. And it's Miami with the rebound. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
And believe it or not, it wasn't the stars that led the charge for them in that win. It was about the role players. I mean, the guys who they don't usually count on for the lion's share of their points came through.
Guys, simply a complete team performance. And road wins where everybody contributes really can galvanize a team and bring it together.
Here's the Mayor. Wade is covering. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And the Miami Heat have finished in the top 2 spots or better in each of the years the Big Three were in town. Last season that changed as they would end up 10th in that Eastern Conference.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And for the Heat, once the bullies of the Eastern Conference, they had a lot of trouble keeping up with other Eastern Conference teams.
Kevin, they finished 25-27 against the rest of the conference. Played under 500 against the East at home, which really negated their chances for the playoffs.
And so he hits both.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Outside Bosh. Bosh with another miss.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
And so it's Indiana with it, following the miss by Chris Bosh. And the Pacers can't get it to go. The dish to Wade. Pass to Bosh. Good ball movement here by Miami. Bosh, that's the pick for Wiggins. Wade for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. 10 points for Dwayne Wade.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
The Mayor passes to Rainman. There's the pick. A floater. That's good. Rainman's got 6.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Here's the Magician. He had 15 points last outing. Kept alive. Another shot. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And, of course, Chris Bosh has been such a prolific scorer and rebounder in his career. He's not quite in the 2010 category for his career. But, boy, Greg, he's close.
Yeah, I mean, good athleticism, that big wingspan, and not an overly physical player, but very instinctive on the backboard. And when it comes to scoring, particularly from that mid-range area, he can do it all.
And so Bosh nails both of them.
On the topic of Chris Bosh, I mean, guys, he was a 24-11 player his last season with Toronto. Went on to Miami to win rings, where his stats dipped a bit with LeBron there. Then last season, his scoring average right back up to 21 a game.
Here's Wade. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Wade's got 12 points in the game.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
Miller outside. The pit gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J.
Talking about Chris Bosh, he was really ahead of his time when he first entered the league. I mean, very few power forwards back then had his combination of size, agility, and skill set. Now we're seeing a ton of fours like that on draft night.
Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. And what'd you find out, Doris?
They'll be up against one of the true giants of the league in Roy Hibbert. And he talked about how impressed he is with Hibbert's dedication to improving his game, saying he's gotten better year after year. And now is one of the guys you have to account for, really at both ends of the floor. Defensively, you've got to get low and try to root him out of the paint. And then on offense, we'll probably look to put him in pick and rolls to test his mobility. Seems like a smart strategy, guys. We'll see how they do.
And thank you, Doris. At this break in the action, we can show you the teams that had the most rebounds last season. The Pacers in 5th.
It was really an impressive campaign for their bigs. And honestly, I think the whole team did a great job of getting bodies on bodies and controlling that defensive backboard.
The Heat leading by 6. Bosh, the screen. Bosh, a screen on Miller. Wade kicks to Wiggins. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Wiggins has got 5 now.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
It really makes them a hard team to guard because they space you out so well.
Here's the mayor. Boy, he was something else against Boston. Miller kicks to Hibbert. Just 5 to shoot. Well, the Pacers, despite all their injuries from last season, were right in the playoff hunt until the very end. Had a chance, in fact, GA, on the last day to sneak in, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, they needed a Brooklyn loss to go along with them winning that last game. Ultimately, though, it wasn't in the cards for them, and they ended a game out of the postseason.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
Whiteside's checked in for Miami. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And, you know, the Pacers had made the playoffs in each of the last 4 seasons prior to last year's miss. Hard for a team that was coming off back-to-back conference finals appearances to stomach that. But with the injuries, they'll be better and back in the playoffs next year, I'm sure.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Jordan Hill, he's checked in for Hibbert. The great one comes in for Miller, and it's red hot in for the Mayor. And Miami also making a switch. Dragic is checked in. Now here is Hill, and it's blocked by Whiteside. And it's Dragic with the rebound. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
Offensive rebound and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
And really, it's going to be more of a reload than a rebuild situation for the Pacers. You would have to imagine their goal isn't just to get back to the playoffs, but to get back to being a conference final participant.
That free throw, no good. Well, for Jordan Hill, something wonderful happened to him last season. The breakthrough he'd been waiting for on his 6th year.
Yeah, Kevin, you know, it had to do, and I think correlated with him getting a chance to start games, and it blew up for him from there. Posted career-high averages across the board.
Big Cat, he's checked in for Red Hot. Good on the second free throw.
And getting back to Jordan Hill, everyone had been waiting for this. I mean, greater activity, more aggressiveness, and he puts up career highs in points, rebounds, and assists.
Here's Powell. 14 points from him the last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis. Dragic with it. He's picked up by Hill. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession.
I tell you what, he clearly had a brain freeze on that one. You might just as well keep going straight to the bench.
Pacers trail by 6.
On the topic of Jordan Hill, hey, there aren't many guys like him with his size who can move that well. He's entering the prime of his career right now. Will he continue to ascend, or will he be content with where he's at? Time will tell.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
On the wing, Dang. Right side a screen. Outside Bosch. From past the arc. And that one's good. Bosch has got 7.
Great three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
Bring music, scorching those nets. How long can they keep this up, though?
Hill, that one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
Here's Dragic after Jordan Hill's bucket. And the Heat, another 3.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
Pass to Big Cat. Here's Rain Man. 8 points for him. Red hot. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Up top, Dragic. And it's blocked. There's Red hot. 11 points for him in that last game against Boston.
And also competed on the backboards. That also had a lot to do with the game. Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
And there's the feed to Powell. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Right side a screen. And it's Dang in the corner. Bosch, that's for 2. Misses off the left iron.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Here's Rainman, and it's Whiteside with the rebound.
Man, that is a missed opportunity right there.
And he'll be the first to tell you, Greg, that's one he should have knocked down.
Dang can't get it to go. Pacers trail by 6. The great one passes to Hill. It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
And now, let's hear it for your East Face.
Let's take a look at some numbers for Goran Dragic. A very nice season for him last year. He put in about 16 points a game last year, 4 assists and 3 rebounds. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes naturally.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
We've got 1:28 left in the first quarter of the game. Flanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Howell's got 5.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Well, you look back at the 2015 Heat, and the injuries are what probably brought that team down. We can go from Chris Bosh with the debilitating blood clot on his lung and on and on and on. The loss, of course, which was not an injury, of LeBron James. There are a lot of moving parts with that team.
And that's a great point, Kevin. If you take any star off a team, things are going to get difficult. It was impressive that the Heat still managed to stay competitive once Bosh went out.
How about a look at the Pacers and where they ranked in the NBA last season? 3rd in opponent field goal percentage, 4th in opponent points per game, and they also showed up in the top 5 in team rebounds. That means everybody's doing their job on the boards. This is a very strong rebounding team.
And you mentioned their ranking in terms of opponent field goal percentage. Such an important stat. They did not give up the easy looks. You really had to work for whatever you got.
You know, Bosh was the big injury hit for the Heat, but they had a lot of other injuries as well. I mean, had to use 31 different starting lineups last season, and 20 different players started at least one game.
And stolen by Whiteside. Outside Dragic. Bosh, high post. No good. And Indiana will come the other way. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, more than anything else, I think three-point shooting was the key, the catalyst, if you will, in that game.
Yeah, it's really a nice weapon to have because it makes things easier for you in other parts of your offense when you can knock down the three.
And injuries are something that you can't plan for, but you can prepare for them. And hopefully the Heat can avoid injury woes this season. If they can, they at least have players who have been through that struggle last year.
The Heat have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Powell. And so he hits both.
Yeah, and early on doing a really nice job at the free throw line.
Yeah, getting to the line and converting, Greg, that's the big thing. It's always good when you can do that because it stabilizes your offense.
Here's Rain Man. The teardrop falls in. Rain Man's got 12 in the game.
The points just keep coming for him this quarter. And just at the right time, too, as they try to narrow the deficit.
Dragic dishes the Bosh. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it. Here's Red Hot. Three-pointer. That one goes. Count. Dragic. The shot is off. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Heat lead by 1. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And before we move what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
The roof is up right now, guys. It's raining in here. A lot of threes through the first.
Hey, sometimes when it rains, it pours, and they have not let up from beyond the arc.
You've got the great one. Miller is out there with the Mayor. Then there's Red Hot, and it's Hibbert in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Pacers. Offensive rebound, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Lights Out's got his first points in this one. The Mayor passes to the great one. They set the pick. Hibbert with the screen on Wiggins. Just 4 to shoot. Miller against Wade. Passes it to Lights Out. Wiggins left side. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Wiggins. Very strong start to the career last year of Andrew Wiggins out of Kansas. Just 1 year with the Jayhawks. Came out strong early on. And Clarkie never slowed down.
Yeah, found his stride early and just kept strutting his stuff right to the tune of Rookie of the Year.
The Pacers making a switch here. Stevenson's checked in to the middle. Here's Miller. No good. Wade with the defensive effort. Miami's on 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. To the left wing. Here's the Magician. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Jumper off the screen. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
The Mayor passes to Stevenson. This is to Artest. Hibbert with the screen. They set the pick. Miller against Wade. Miller with another miss. Miami leading by 3. Wiggins kicks to Wade. Stolen by Stevenson. And now Stevenson running the floor all by himself.
Great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and trigger the fast break.
And now just a one-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Outstanding play in the open court.
Now here's Wiggins. 5 points in the game. Stolen by Stevenson. Now the Pacers moving it up. And it's Artest missing. For Miami, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. But 3, that's good. Lights Out's got his second basket of the night.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the defense.
Here's the Mayor. Hibbert at the elbow. In the corner, it's Stevenson. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Well, you knew things would be different for Lance Stevenson out of Indiana, but it wasn't in a positive way at all.
Yeah, he really struggled to find a role with Charlotte, the team he signed with. Remember, he was more of the point forward, had the ball in his hands in Indiana. Not the case with Charlotte, and also rumored to be traded all last season.
Now, here's Wiggins. Back to Wade. Out to the right wing. Here's the Magician. A three-pointer off the mark.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
For Miami, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter.
You know, for Stevenson, he saw a regression in almost every part of his game last year. Ended up riding the bench down the stretch.
Here's the Magician. Back to Wiggins. 5 to shoot. Miller grabs the miss.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions. And for Stevenson, it's really hard to readjust to a new system. I mean, he still has all the tools he had in Indy, so he could be a bounce-back candidate this year and beyond. Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
We've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Miller, the pass to the man. Stripped away.
We've just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back trips. But those turnovers could have been avoided. Careless mistakes.
Absolutely. They have got to get a tighter handle on the ball.
And Miami has possession. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter.
They've really flipped things around offensively.
Yeah, and any time you can make more than half of your shots, you'll take that.
Miller, the pass to the man. Back to Miller. Clock at 4. Shoots. Score of the basket, his third after 5 shots. Now, here's Wade. He's coming off a 16-point game against Minnesota.
Yeah, but he set up shop at the free throw line. I mean, he just could not be defended out on the floor.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
Now, here's Miller. 14 points from him the last game against Boston.
Yeah, but I like how he defended as well. You know, he got a couple blocks in that game and just an all-around great effort.
Pacers trail by 8. Here's the mayor. Hibbert with the screen. Here's the mayor. Takes a shot at the elbow. Cannot hit. Well, he'd go the other way with it.
And the Pacers just missed out on the playoffs last year and would have to settle for 9th in the East. Hard for a team that has been so dominant in the East over recent seasons.
Wade outside. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
And checking out some numbers for Wiggins, last season's performance for him. He averaged about 17 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Just solid all-around performances we've been seeing from him, delivering night in and night out.
And, you know, that's what stars do. It isn't always about scoring 50 points. It's about making plays consistent.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Rain Man's checked in for Red Hot, and it's Red Hot in for the man. Chris Bosh is checked in for the Heat. Hibbert with the screen. Red Hot. And once again off the mark by Indiana. And for the Pacers against the East, they actually played the rest of the conference, Greg, very well. Ended with a 28-24 record, Clark, against the East.
The only team, Kevin, in the East with a winning record against the rest of the conference not to make the playoffs. Only went 10-19 against the playoff teams in the conference.
The basket counts and 1. They'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
And that's the kind of move that will always pay off, even against tight defense like he was facing on that possession.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Jordan Hill, he's checked in for Hibbert. And it's Big Cat in for Miller. The Pacers have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
Wiggins outside. Right side a screen. Miami no good on that time either. Pacers trail by 5. Stevenson passes to Red. Hill a screen on Wiggins. Back to Stevenson. Launches it. That one goes. Stevenson's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Powell kicks to Dragic. Here's Whiteside. Soft touch off the glass. Whiteside's got his first points of the night.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Yeah, love the energy they're playing with. I say it this way. Good teams, championship teams, play against the game as much as they play against the opponent. Nice uptick here in their second chance points in this quarter.
The first free throw is good.
This is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line right here.
The great ones checked in for Lance Stevenson. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Greg, after a run of 10 playoff trips in 11 years, the Miami Heat missing the postseason last year, they'd end up a game back of the 8th spot.
Yeah, and what's hard for the Heat, Kevin, is that they were in the playoff picture for most of the year, and as the season wore on, they slowly fell out of that top 8.
Here's Powell. He has 7. Dragic dishes to Wiggins. And the call will go against Big Cat. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Kicks to Powell. He dishes it to Whiteside. Good ball movement here by Miami. Just 3 to shoot. Bosch passes to Wiggins. That's good. Wiggins has got 6 points in the quarter.
You know, guys, for the greater part of last season, it appeared as though the Heat were playoff bound. Even with the players they lost, most figured they would be playing postseason basketball.
Hill has the open look. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
I love how he used his height advantage on that shot.
And he had the nice soft touch with it, too.
Here's Whiteside. It's rebounded by Indiana. This game against Miami here, their first look at the Heat.
And they were able to take the season series in that matchup last year, but overall, 2 teams that were very similar in the standings.
Yeah, they were able to make the plays to come out on top, but it really could have gone either way, and you could say the same for tonight's game. Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Well, guys, I was able to listen in on what Eric Spoelstra was going over with his team in that last huddle. He said their plan was run their offense through Wiggins. Coach is looking for big things from him throughout the rest of this game on the offensive end. A lot of the scoring burden will fall on him. So, Kevin, change is already being made on the fly here in the second quarter.
Thanks, Doris.
And one reason why the Heat did come up short in their playoff aspirations, they were very poor against other teams in the playoffs. They only went 15-31 against teams that had made it into the postseason last year.
The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter. Well, it didn't take long for us to see just how explosive Andrew Wiggins can be in the air. I mean, he had a handful of huge dunks throughout the course of the season. He's going to make a lot of posters during his NBA career.
Here's Red Hot. He has 5. And it's blocked by Whiteside. And it's Dragic off the drive. And Bosch now top of the key. Mark that as his 5th miss in 7 shots.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
There's Red Hot, covered by Wiggins. Step back on that one and let it fly. That's 7 points for Red Hot.
And you can tell the defender not anticipating the step back. He was headed in the opposite direction.
Wiggins drives in. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Now that we have a chance, let's go to the 2K leaderboard and reveal last season's top shot blockers. Second is Hassan Whiteside.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
So it's the Pacers now. They trail by 3. Now the pass to Redhawk. It's hauled in by the Heat. Bosh has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Wiggins. Looks good. Is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Here's Redhawk. 7 points in the game.
It's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge. Really an extraordinary game for Red Hot. He has 8 points and 6 assists. His success in the assist department is carried over to the free throw line.
Boy, has he been steady at the helm today.
There's 31 seconds left to play in the first half. Bosh, that's the pick for Dragic. The shot is off.
He still hasn't been able to convert from the field. He's just struggling to find his shot.
Here's Redhawk. He's covered by Bosh. Here's Redhawk. That is good. Redhawk's got 8 points here in this quarter. 6 seconds left to play here in the half. Near the three-point line, it's Dragic. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Miami ahead. They lead by 1. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I'm here with Coach Spoelstra. And, Coach, how do you rate the team's defensive performance to this point?
We're playing our normal defense, which is to be aggressive, disruptive. And for the most part, we've been able to cover ground except for the fouls in the basket.
Coach, thank you so much. Over to you guys.
All right, Doris, thank you. And stay with us, folks.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, this has been a good game here after one half. Everybody, welcome back to the halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaq, Kenny Smith. Andrew Wiggins led the way in the first half. He had 18 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 steal. His opening period tonight, right on par with his performance last game out, which was outstanding. Kenny, let's start with you. What'd you think about the Heat?
Well, they were lighting it up from 3, and that was the difference in the first half. They did a good job of running off screens, spotting up, and getting rid of the ball quickly. And their shot selection, solid.
Shaq, your take on Indiana.
The thing I like is their aggressive approach and getting to the line. When things seem to stagnate on offense, it's sometimes a matter of forcing your will. This team can generate a lot of points and also dictate the pace of the game as they play with that aggressiveness.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. You look at Andrew Wiggins in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
Here's the mayor. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court for the Heat, Chris Bosh is out there with lights out. Then there's Dwayne Wade. Then it's the Magician, and it's Wiggins in at the 3.
And guys, looking at Roy Hibbert, just a mountain of a man, listed these days at about 7'2", 290 pounds, with the wingspan of a pterodactyl. I mean, a true game changer inside when he's motivated and on his game.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
No good on that one. Well, talking about Roy Hibbert, he doesn't just have size. He has a strong lower body, too. Very hard. And you know this, Clark. You worked for the organization. You saw it firsthand. Very hard to back that guy down in the post.
Yeah, and for years he's worked on ways to complement that size with improved training and footwork, even indulging in MMA one offseason. I'll tell you what, he'd be one scary super heavyweight if he went the full distance in MMA.
Agreed. Now here's Wiggins. Here's the Magician. There's 3-pointers off the mark. Here's the Mayor. Pass to Rainman for the lead, and that's good for 2. Rain Man's got 14 points.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Wade kicks to Wiggins. Outside Bosch. It's rebounded by Indiana.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
Miami's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark. Shooting the 3-ball well. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Roy Hibbert picks one up. Well, a scary moment for Chris Bosh last year. Had to be shut down, Greg, as we all know, for the season after a blood clot was found in his lung.
You know, and Kevin, it really puts basketball in perspective. I mean, it happened right after the trade deadline, and obviously a huge blow to the Heat in terms of their push for the postseason. But fortunately, it looks like he's going to make a full recovery and have a huge impact this season.
Second free throw, no good.
You know, the Heat never really came back after losing Bosh. His presence on both ends of the floor is hard to replace, and they missed him a bunch.
Here's the Mayor. Feeds to Hibbert. It's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third.
Hey, guys, I know I speak for everybody. Glad to see Chris Bosh back out on the floor. I mean, blood clots can be a very scary thing for anyone. And I think everyone is happy he's been able to make a full recovery.
Well, a good game tonight from D. Wade. He's got 14 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
I love the rhythm his outside stroke has produced today.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Blue shots.
The first one falls. And Wade drops them both. The Indiana Pacers had a solid season last year, given they were without their star for most of it. They played well at home.
Yeah, even without Paul George, they were in contention. How about 23-18 at home, which is really a solid mark when you consider they didn't have their 2 best players from a season ago.
Good! And it's 8 points for Slim.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
There's the Magician, 11 feet away, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. The Magician's got 6.
You know, for the Pacers in their 23-18 home record, that was better than several teams that made the playoffs in the East. They were very tough at home at the defensive end of the floor.
The Heat with the lead. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got 3 assists tonight.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page. And the Pacers were 3rd in the league in field goal percentage against at home. Something about this crowd really drives the Pacers on the defensive end, even in a down year.
So it's Miami now, following the score by Indiana. Back to Wade, to the left side wing. The Magician They get it back. Here's lights out. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
It's his first trip to the line. And he makes the first.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat, but he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
The Heat making a switch here. Deng's checked in. I think, as you said, Spoelstra has been with the Heat for so long now in his 8th season. He was handpicked by Pat Riley to lead the team. Clark kind of molded him in his image.
And it was clear that Pat Riley believes in him and continues to believe in him. Coach Spoelstra has had very high expectations on his shoulders ever since taking over the team, and he's actually lived up to them.
And who has been a greater enigma than Roy Hibbert, a guy who can look like an all-star Clark one game and an undrafted free agent the next?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing the kind of swings Roy has had. He's been really good at times. Sometimes he gets in his own way with overthinking things, but I think he's got everything he needs to be an upper-tier center, upper echelon center. Just has lacked consistency the last year or two.
And on the topic of Hibbert, he was an enigma in college, had a very encouraging junior season, looked like a future lottery pick, and then that uninspiring senior season, which kind of dropped his draft stock considerably.
Here's Rain Man. 16 points for him. Passes it to the man. Goes up again. Hibbert gets the bucket. Hibbert's got the game tied up here for Indiana.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
You know, going back to Hibbert, last season was a perfect example of what we're talking about in terms of consistency. One game he puts up 22 and 8, the next game 2 and 1. But you know, every team in the league would like to be in the Roy Hibbert game once the light finally goes on and stays on. Consistency the challenge for Hibbert.
Miami with the ball, following the shot by Roy Hibbert, and the mayor gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the stripe.
And Stevenson's checked in for the Pacers. Here's the Magician. 8 points for him. And he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. The Magician's got 6 here in this quarter.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now, here's Stevenson. 10 points for him. There's Miller with the 3. That's good, and it's Stevenson with the assist. And that's 11 points for Slim. Guys, what a back-and-forth game this has been.
You know what? You're right. Neither side has been able to hang on to the lead for any kind of time at all.
And that's already resulted in 7 lead changes.
Here's the Magician. 10 points for him. Deng with the bucket.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take him long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
The mayor passes to Stevenson. Hibbert with the screen. Stevenson with it. He's picked up by Deng. Again, the miss by Hibbert. He'd have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Deng dishes to Wade. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Now it's a 4-point Heat lead.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Miller outside. He kicks it to Hibbert. On the wing, Stevenson. He's covered by Deng. Here's the Mayor. He drains it from the right block. The Mayor's got 6.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that dish.
Moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, I was able to hear the advice Frank Vogel gave to his team during that last break. He was intent on running the offense through Stevenson. coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. Perhaps the rest of the second half will look different after those adjustments, Kevin.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Right side a screen. There's the pass to Lights Out. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Lights Out's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Here's the Mayor. He has 6. Unloads from 13. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
You know, with that one, he's getting up there in turnovers. I mean, 4 in all now. He's got to be better with the ball to get his team back into it.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Jordan Hill, he's checked in for Hibbert. The great one comes in for Miller, and it's red hot in for the Mayor. Powell, he's checked in for Miami. Dragic comes in for the Magician.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Stevenson outside. There's the pick. Pass to the group. Pick up by Hill. Indiana moving the ball over. Just 5 on the clock. Stevenson inside the three-point line. Miami grabs the miss. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
They've done their part here to run down a lot of missed shots. A solid rebounding effort.
Well, energy has been the difference, and they're fighting for every loose ball and getting as good as they get on the inside. And Lance Stevenson really couldn't find minutes in Charlotte last season. Ended up sitting out a lot of games as a DNP seeding. Not the start he wanted with the new team.
Big Cat, he's checked in for Red Hot. That misses, so he splits the free throws. And Hassan Whiteside of Miami had the breakout year of all breakout years. Clark, he blew up in the right way last season. Averaged a double-double over 48 games.
Yeah, and great to see for Whiteside because he did have some issues prior to the breakout year. And it's nice to see him find his stride and produce with that awesome talent he has.
Here's Big Cat after the Heat pick up 2. Passes to Red Hot. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And talking about Whiteside, he isn't completely out of the woods yet. I mean, after a couple of ejections last season, his teammates publicly condemned his actions. They questioned his maturity, challenged him to be more reliable. And for the most part, he was after those incidents.
Too open that time. Made it look too easy. The great one's got himself going there. His first points of the game. Dragic kicks to Dang. Whiteside sets the bid for Dragic. Whiteside, high post. The Pacers pull it in.
And you know, the thing about Whiteside, guys, when he's right, he's an unbelievable game changer. 2nd in the league in block shots last season. Also posted the 2nd-best field goal percentage. The guy can play if he keeps his head squarely on his neck.
But they'll get another chance. Here's Big Cat, and there are the Pacers with another bucket.
The defender was spinning around like an agitator in the washing machine after that crossover.
I think you're right. Looks a little bit dizzy after that one.
Now here's Dang. Gets the pass to Lights Out. Unhindered, going all the way.
Hey, guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the run.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And, guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
I don't know how that one doesn't go in. Nice cushion between him and the defender.
Let out the pass to Stevenson. For the lead. Here's Hill. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with the soft touch to match.
And again, it's the Heat missing.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
On the pass to Red. There's a minute left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Hill, and it's blocked by Dang. Dragic left side. He feeds it to Powell. Looking to end the drought. That's it, coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got 4 assists now tonight. And Clark, as we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, exactly right, Kevin. I mean, these teams just simply keep trading baskets and have the result of trading the lead.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Rain Man checked in for Indiana. And Miami also making a switch. Wiggins is checked in. Powell kicks to Wiggins. There's the dish to Dragic. 15 seconds left in the third. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Misses the chippy right there. There's Red Hot. He gets it up. Got it off in time, but it's no good. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Pace. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Miami trailer. They've got Rain Man. The mayor is out there with Miller. Then it's Roy Hibbert. And it's Artest in at the 3 spot. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Now, here's Wade. From downtown, that's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Let's face it, the defense is a step slow. You've got to take away the airspace.
Miller, the pass to the main. Here's Rain Man, and stolen by Whiteside. Pass to the Magician. Whiteside, a screen on Artest. Back to Wiggins. And it's Miami with another. In a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Heat.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnover.
Feet up top, covered by Miller. Wade passes to the Magician. Drops in the layup for 2. Now it's a 5-point Heat lead.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
Artest with the screen on Wade. Miller kicks to Artest. And that time, also a missed shot.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Here's the Magician. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
Greg, you can feel the sense of urgency they have to get this thing closed out as soon as possible. Just an amazing game for the Magician. He's got 17 points and the 2 nice steals as well.
And we're seeing him at his very best today. Just really a joy to watch.
Well, I know I'm thoroughly enjoying it because he's amazing when he's on top of his game like this.
Now, here is Miller. Miller with another miss.
Yeah, the offense seems completely in disarray.
Exactly. But at the other end, it's one bucket after the other. This run is getting out of hand right now.
And Slim picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Bosh, the screen, all alone. And it's Miami with another.
And doing a great job here just stringing together solid possessions as they build that lead up.
I tell you, there's no substitute for consistency, Greg. You know that, I know it. You can stay in control of the game. They'll stay in control of it if they simply stay good with their execution of the game plan and don't waste any possession.
Just not happy with how his team is playing, and they just have been on the wrong side of this run.
Yeah, and you know what, Greg? Sometimes just a pause in the action, which is what a timeout can give you, is enough to change things around.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Frank Vogel addressing his team. The three-pointers obviously have been hurting them, and he told his players, we've simply got to play them tighter on the perimeter. We can't afford to give them these wide-open looks. Kevin?
Shot's good. That's now 8 points for the Mayor.
Even though there's a height disadvantage, he's still able to go up and over his man.
Well, he's fearless. I mean, there's nothing that concerns him. No matter what the matchup is, he's a guy that doesn't back down. He's beyond being intimidated.
What an incredible run they're on right now. Offense as well as I've ever seen it play.
Every single guy on their team with the absolute Midas magic touch, shooting the lights out here. Take a look at what the Mayor's done. He has 8 points, then his huge assist tally makes it all the more impressive.
You know what? He's the catalyst. He's the reason why this team plays with such harmony. And if his passing continues, they're going to be dangerous.
First free throw is good.
And one thing we know is that across the board in the NBA, attendance is up all over. Franchise values are also at an all-time high. Overseas, the game continues to grow as well.
Here's the Magician. Six to shoot. Here's the floater. It's deflected. Here's Rain Man. He's covered by Bosch. A baseline J. Indiana again missing. Miami leading by 9. Wade outside. And it comes off the front of the rim.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Bosch, the screen. Down low. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two. And the first one at the line is good. Lights out, checked in for Whiteside. And so Bosch nails both of them. Pacers trail by 9. The Mayor passes to Rain, and that one's good.
And he's been the key for their offense with the way he shot the basketball.
And he's most certainly not the reason they're in the hole. I mean, his percentage has been outstanding.
Reverses. It's tipped. Higgins against Miller. Passes it to the Mayor. There's the pass to Raymond. Just 5 to shoot. And it's Miami with the rebound. Lights out's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Here's Wade. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far. Indiana's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. There's a good screen. Hibbert with the screen. Pass to Miller. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
Only the one made basket in the fourth. He hasn't provided them with a whole lot offensively.
There's the feed to Wade. Bosch, the screen. Double team by Wade. It's stolen. Miller, the pass to the Mayor. And stolen by Wiggins. Outside Bosch. Here's the Magician. Pass to Lights out. Miller grabs the miss. Pacers trail by 7. Passes it to the Mayor. Looks for Hibbert. Gets it to him. outside Artest. Just 5 on the clock. And here's Miller outside. And it's Wade with the rebound. Wade's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
He's certainly not been at his best this quarter. And that's an understatement.
Dishes at the box. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget it.
Here's the Magician. Outside Bosch. Up and in on the layup. Bosch has got 8 points here in this quarter.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Here's Miller. Miller with another miss.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
T-Wade on the wing. And there's the pass to lights out. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Bosch, the screen. Here's the Magician, and it's Miami with another.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Pacers trail by 11. Artest with the screen on Wade. Hibbert with the screen. Pass to the mayor. This one for 3. Cannot hit. And Miami the other way now. Wiggins tries in.
How about Wiggins in this one? He has 20 points, and he's been a good on-the-ball defender, too. He's got a pair of steals.
Yeah, he's just made a lot of very heads-up plays, and his defense really has been a difference maker.
Red Hot, he's checked in for the main. That's off as well, so he misses both. Indiana's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Here's Rain Man, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Rain Man's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, can he finish in the paint. That's one thing we know he's good at.
The Heat leading by 9. Higgins outside. Here's Red Hot. Kicks it to Miller. From past the arc. In for his 7th make in 13 tries.
And they've had him bottled up here in the 4th. Just 2 of 7 from the field.
Lead with it. Passes it to the Magician. To the inside. Wiggins. Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Tries from 10. Cannot hit. Good D by Miller.
You can see how much the defense respects him. I mean, they were all over him on that low.
Back to Artest. And the Pacers another 3.
Those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
The Heat leading by 5. Here's the Magician. Wade outside. Wiggins left side. Inside. Shot clock at 5. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
They set the pick. Let out the pass to Miller. Can't hit. And it's Miami the other way.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot harder, even the shots in close.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
It's been a solid outing for Bob. He has 9 rebounds, and he's knocked down 5 shots at the charity stripe. Good numbers for him.
Yeah, they are. It's been a nice element of his game today.
They're committing an awful lot of fouls, and most of them are unproductive. You don't want to let guys get easy layups. I understand that. But this could turn into a parade to the foul line.
There's a minute 47 left to play in the final quarter. Wade outside. He dishes it to Bosh. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. And that one falls for Bosh. He's off on the second.
He's made an effort to get into the defense a lot more by aggressively attacking the basket, and he's not shying away from the contact, which is giving him some free throw opportunities.
Here's Red Hot. Feeds it to Miller. Outside for Artest. Back to Miller. There's the three, and that is good. Miller's got 8 points in the quarter.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleed.
So it's Miami now. 8-point game. Here's the Magician. 6 to shoot. Fires from deep. No luck.
And doesn't he just have a nose, a knack for the basketball? He is by far their best rebounder.
Well, he has been today. No doubt about that. His effort's been unbelievable.
It's rebounded by Bosh. Now Wade. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The Magician passes to Wiggins. Fires the three. The shot no good. So it's the Pacers now. Trailing here by 8. Miller outside. Miller with another miss. There's the dish to Wade. And so it's Miami winning this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by.
Chris, tell us a little bit about the philosophy behind your game and how this team works so well together.
Well, I mean, it's just energy and belief, just the belief system. You know, we all work hard. I work extremely hard, and you know, when I can go out there and just play and don't think about it and play with energy, you know, good things happen.
Chris, congratulations. Kevin, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Clark, Craig, and Doris, and the rest of our terrific crew.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Andrew Wiggins. Talk about lighting it up in the second quarter. My word, that was just huge, and the impact carried them through the entire game.
Well, he reminded us all of how dangerous he is as a slasher. He drove.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan.